A little over 30 days until Donald Trump heads into the White House, but a lot of folks are predicting he's going to have some headwinds when it comes to health. We'll find out. My next guest, Dr. Peter McCullough, is the Chief Scientific Officer at the Wellness Company, joining me now. Doctor, nice to see you this morning.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this about Bobby Kennedy just to start. I believe that Bobby Kennedy will get confirmed. And how important is that to you? For the curtain to be ripped back on everything that was done during COVID, the lockdowns, the vaccines, the so-called science, how important is it for Bobby Kennedy to be confirmed so he can tell us the truth about what happened?
It's very important, Steve. Trump recently gave some additional supportive comments, so I really think Trump is going to strongly support Robert F. Kennedy. He was on Capitol Hill, really in the same buildings where I testified years ago on early treatment of COVID-19 and then the vaccines. Those in the circles of health freedom, those doctors trying to help patients through the pandemic, they strongly support Robert F. Kennedy. And I think a lot of doctors who have been silent out there, they also want to see reforms.
Yeah, we need to know what happened, and we do that by pulling back the curtain. I hope Bobby Kennedy can do that for us. I agree with you, Doctor. Meanwhile, Disease X, they keep coming up with Disease X. I don't know where they pulled this out of, but it's apparently been detected in Africa again, garnering a lot of headlines again. Can you tell me about these emerging diseases in Africa and elsewhere and why they use them to play, I don't know, fear-mongering games?
The story takes us to the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Central Africa. It's one of the poorest countries on earth, virtually no health care or ability to test. A fatal disease swept in and affected several hundred people. Nick Hulsher at the McCullough Foundation broke the story this week. It turns out it was a deadly form of malaria. It wasn't a new disease, it was malaria. And it occurred right after the introduction of a new vaccine called the R21 vaccine, which introduces a new type of protein that may have actually gone bad and caused a hemolytic pulmonary syndrome. So more work needs to be done to see if indeed the people who took the vaccine died. But Disease X in the Democratic Republic of the Congo cannot be ever considered a new disease because it's simply just a hotbed of infectious diseases that are well known.
You know, my impression, Doctor, is that some of these folks just get excited. They're actually excited about the idea, oh, look, new pandemic, new plague, new disease, new death. It's like they love this stuff. It's weird to me. One of those people, Dr. Peter Hotez, one of the most notorious COVID vaccine pushers of all, on MSNBC saying the U.S. could be hit by multiple pandemics when Trump takes office. I mean, is he wishful thinking here, hoping, by God, I want a pandemic? What is wrong with these people?
In that interview, Hotez, who is a vaccine developer and promoter, he named, I think, every infectious disease he could with great enthusiasm, saying that it was going to hit after Trump takes office, January 21st. Well, how does he know? How can you time naturally developing pandemics? You can't. What he knows is that there are dangerous viruses, bacteria, and fungi in biolabs using gain-of-function research that are now existing in these environments, and with a lab leak could be the next threat to humanity. And those in the vaccine world, very exciting because they want to offer vaccines as the first approach to the next calamity that hits America. I hope when RFK gets in, we shut down these dangerous biolabs and take away this threat from the United States, our population, and the world.
So you're telling me then, people like Hotez, like Dr. Hotez and others, are cheerleaders for plagues and pandemics because they can take it to the bank? Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly right. And, behind them are the big backers, the foundations like Gates Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, Wellcome Trust, the big vaccine companies. This is big business, Steve. Gates Foundation and CEPI, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness and Foundation state, there will be a series now of pandemics, one after one, and there'll be only one solution, a vaccine that they develop.
Yeah, and they'll be the ones selling it. All right. I want to speak of COVID just a little bit longer. Speaking of COVID, we hear a lot about long COVID. What is long COVID? I don't know it. I don't know anybody that actually has what you would call long COVID. What are the most common symptoms? What do you think has really going on here?
My office is full of long COVID, Steve. It's probably 5 to 10% of the population. It's due to accumulation of the spike protein, the spine on the surface of the virus. The spike protein is also produced in the body in large quantities after vaccination. So both COVID and the vaccines cause long COVID. More shots make it worse. Loss of mental clarity, post-exertional malaise, chest pain, heart pounding, numbness and tingling is all due to the spike protein. The approach is to measure antibodies against the spike protein for risk stratification, which is now mainstream community standard of care, and then begin base spike detoxification with nattokinase, bromelain, and curcumin.
Which, by the way, there's a spike protein formula at the Wellness Company. Let me ask you this, Doctor. Last question. Is there any reason at this point in time that anyone will get the so-called COVID vaccine for any reason at all?
No reason at all. I just saw a patient who took his 6th shot, and that he reached a threshold, had a generalized seizure. His heart went into an abnormal rhythm. It wrecked him. I strongly encourage people to take no more shots, even if they tolerated the first, round that they've had. In this case, he tolerated 5. It was the 6th one that did him in.
Wow, that's just terrible. Dr. Peter McCullough. All right, if you want to find out more, look, there is a treatment for long COVID, the spike protein supplement from the Wellness Company. One of the things you can go ahead and try. It's available at twc.health/Gruber. You can also get emergency kits there with antibiotics, antivirals, antiparasitics, all put together by Dr. McCullough and his team. There's a better wellness out there, and you can find it at the Wellness Company. Doctor, thank you for being here.
Thank you.